in older civilizations, veterans, and, you know, when they'd come back from battle, like, they would live in veteran communities. They weren't expected to go live with civilian population. And my argument to people all the time was, if you murder someone or if you kill someone in this society, there's only two places that you're going to go. You're either going to go to jail for the rest of your life or for a significant amount of time, or you're going to go to a mental institution for a long time. The only people who are expected to kill on a daily basis and then come adjust back to civilian life are, you know, veterans. That's, you know, that to me is crazy. There's got to be some kind of a transition period. And even if you're not, you know, killing people, whatever you're doing, you know, being at Guantanamo Bay, whatever, being a fucking, you know, an MP officer or an interrogator, you know, anyone who's had to live through that and then to come live or be expected to just get a job and, you know.
After each battle, Native Americans would come back, the warriors, the fighters, and for 4 days, they would just consume psychedelics, whichever they were, without eating, just drinking water, hydrating, but no eating. And for those 4 days, they would dance and cry and just go through, just kind of cleanse themselves out of all the pain, all the suffering that they went through during that fire. So, and if after that ceremony, if for example a warrior was not ready to go back into the tribe, he would stay there for a longer period and do it because they did not want to kind of infect their tribe with horrors of, you know, of, I guess, necessities of life, you know.
In those cultures, they knew. Like, they knew that when they were at war, they knew what was going on, you know. They knew that those people were making those sacrifices for certain reasons. And it's just now, they don't want people to know what, I mean, what are they, you know. I mean, if they force people to think about what the sacrifices are being made for, then more people would be against the war because they would be forced to think about what it is that's going on. Now people aren't against the war because there's no draft. So, you know, 1/3 of 1% of the population in this country are the people who are fighting this war. So nobody knows about it. You know, it doesn't affect them.
And I've spent the last 2 years of my life and basically everything since I got out of the military traveling around, you know, with my whole life packed into a suitcase. And it's taken every fucking minute of that time to piece myself together. You know, it's taken years. It's taken years. And there's no way I could have done that if I were working a job and living a normal life. It took a complete abstraction of life, and it took a complete withdrawal from society to give me this time. And I'm nowhere done yet. You know, this guy spent a decade. I'm going on a couple of years, and it's probably going to be a decade, and it's probably I mean, we see it when we go to the DAV. This is a lifelong thing. Every veteran I've ever met has been like, this is, you know, this is here for good. Yeah. I mean, this is not something that you are going to be able to ever wish away. You are part of this club, and that shit never washes off, you know.